So yes, it's 0-0 here in Stadium Pod Super Rom in Slovakia. Of course, I know this is my Crystal Racing channel. I'll tell you why in a bit, why I'm doing it on my racing channel. This is a quick experiment. Obviously, I know I'm going to be doing the F1 race in about an hour's time, so with no, of course, this is a group stage game, so no extra time or penalties. Ukraine leading Finland 1-0 in this group. Tables, Spain and Italy lead Group A with 6 points each. Hello to one person watching. I hope you're doing very well this evening. Celebration time. Robert Kubica becomes the fourth Polish driver to win the 24 Hours in Le Mans. And Yi Fei becomes the first Chinese driver to win Le Mans as well. Congratulations to everyone at AF Course Ferrari, winning Le Mans 3 times in a row. Yes, I know people are going to moan about balance of power, but I don't care. England provisionally lead Group B, but that's because Germany and Czechs are still yet to play. France and Portugal lead Group C, and of course Portugal take the lead on goal difference. Funnily enough, trying to see, Spain lead Group A on goals scored. Georgia third place on 3 points. Of course, they beat Poland in their first game. That's a point, of course. Portugal and France drew their first game. And, of course, well, Denmark and the Netherlands are yet to play. So, obviously, England won their first game 3-1 against the Czech Republic. So, I think a game where Jonathan Rowe, Creswell, and what's his name? The other guy. Who scored the other goal? I keep the game, was it? I think it was Harvey Elliott scored the first goal. I'm going to see England's lineup. Kubica, obviously the first Polish guy to win. Yeah. Jonathan Rowe goes up front. Bit of an interesting lineup. James McAtee's in the lineup again, but this time we've got Ethan Ranieri down the left-hand side, which is interesting because, well, Maury Hutchinson was playing up on down the left wing, but yeah, he's lost his place for some reason, and I don't know. I mean, I thought Maury Hutchinson was excellent on Thursday night against the Czech Republic, but Lee Carsley, for some reason, was not impressed with some aspects of his game. Tino Livramento is definitely on course for a senior recall. Obviously, I know he didn't participate in the senior team because he's involved with the under-21s. Bonza was very good in the first game against Czech Republic, making crucial tackles and interventions. 6'7", Beadle in goal was a bit clumsy on the ball. I think he made a couple of errors, but he's learning. Obviously, James Trafford is too old for this level now, so obviously, along with Anthony Gordon and Cole Palmer, England are not as strong as they were 2 years ago in this under-21 tournament. Of course, England, as you may know, are the defending champions. And as you know, if you mention the Club World Cup twice in the chat, that will be a 60-second penalty. Mention it 3 times, it's a 5-minute penalty. So I am well aware of what's going on with Bayern Munich and that team named Auckland. I mean, that should tell you how much of a joke I think the tournament is. Just that scoreline in itself. I mean, hopefully Auckland can get a bit of windfall, but yeah. But anyway, yes, Hong Kong, I might probably use all my luck. Okay, I don't know what you mean, but up the tempo as much as you can, obviously. Been a slow start here in the second group game for England, as of course I think the heat, playing in the afternoon heat of Slovakia, is kind of been a bit problematic for some of these England and Slovenian players. I mean, this tournament, since it's being held in Slovakia, is obviously something of a virtual home tournament for a lot of the East European sides. Slovakia, Czech Republic, Slovenia, who of course England are playing. So there are a lot of East European supporters that have turned up in these tiny 10,000-seater stadiums. Apologies for interrupting my stream. Who is the Slovenian lineup? Of course, Slovenia lost their first game to Germany, so they need a result. I have no idea who these players are, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Of course, with such a tiny nation of Slovenia, I have to say, if any of these players were like particularly good, they would have already been promoted to the senior squad. Hello there. I don't know what you mean, but I hope you're doing well. Commie. Statistics. I think we all know what this is going to be. Obviously, 60% to England. I predicted Hong Kong would be India. I might have used my luck. And Piastri is going to win today's Canadian Grand Prix. Yeah, well, considering what I feel towards Max Verstappen, I would have... Oh my, what happened there? England had a chance. McAtee. Let's see this again. Livramento chips over the top from the left-hand side, crossed into the box, and McAtee narrowly shoots wide of the post. Oh, just lacking that finishing touch there, just in front of the goalkeeper, who's wearing fluorescent yellow, I beg your pardon. Great bit of play there from England, under 21s. It seems like a certain Serigori is scared of saying anything because he knows I actually am serious about blocking people for mentioning, not blocking, but giving timeouts for mentioning that tournament. Yeah. Crossing the box of Slovenia, but no one can get their foot on it. Great cross there from the left-hand side for the Slovenes. I have to say, a bit slow to react from Kwanzaa and Archie Gray, but I think there were a couple of worrying moves with Beadle when he tried to pass the ball out from the back. Obviously, if Lee Carsley defends this under 21 title, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Thomas Tuchel for his senior job already within just 6 months of taking the job as England manager. Because, truth be told, Lee Carsley would be a very obvious replacement for Tuchel if Tuchel was to refuse a contract renewal in 12 months' time, or the FA decided against giving him a new contract. Having said that, he's only done 4 games, so we should hold our horses. Still 0-0 here in Slovakia. Players are really struggling with the heat. Slovenia, and he forced a great save out of Beadle in England's goal mouth. Brilliant shot there from Sleshlar. Slovenia looking great on the counter-attack, and Kwanzaa doing so poorly with that clearance. Got to do better there from the Liverpool defender. Good grief, Kwanzaa, what were you doing giving the ball away like that? And that was a great save from Beadle. Having had all that praise given to them on Thursday night for beating Czech Republic 3-1, England look a bit off the pace, to be honest. McAtee will most likely be sold or loaned out. Yeah, I've got to say it. He was so poor against Czech Republic on Thursday night. Dreadful. Really worryingly poor. And it's not, and he's like 22 now, so he hasn't exactly got much. I mean, I don't know whether Guardiola really rates him anymore. And Hackney with an ambitious shot from nearly 30 yards out, but it was always looping over the bar. Nice idea, but a bit too ambitious there from Eddie Anderson's midfield partner. Slovenia looking pretty tidy when they get possession of the ball, so it's not like this is going to be an easy game, to be honest, in terms of getting 3 points against the Slovenes. But knowing England, it seems to be a habit that both the juniors and the seniors have, is that as long as they get at least 7 points in the group stages, that's enough, or even just 6 points or 5 points, depending on how tight the group is. Slovenia give the ball away. Obviously, on Wednesday night, England have obviously got a chance to play against their old enemies at junior level, the German under-21s. That's going to be fun. As it stands, Ukraine have now extended their lead over Finland to 2-0. Ukraine are looking very good in this under-21s tournament. And I've got to say, Ukraine, along with Georgia, look excellent at youth level, which is quite unusual because obviously the smaller nations tend to be very restricted when it comes to player pools. But Germany and Czech Republic will kick off at 8 o'clock, so will Denmark and the Netherlands. Hello there, say Regara. Yes, but I'm talking about the under-21s. So Spain and Italy remain have qualified for the quarterfinals after beating Romania and Slovakia, so that's already game over for the host nation and their East European neighbours. France beat Georgia last night with a lengthy VAR check for their winning goal. Portugal destroyed Poland 5-0, and that's probably it for Poland. And the under-19s, I beg your pardon, England draw 2-2 with that nation again, 2-2. And the Netherlands dispatched Germany 3-0. Germans once again having more problems in their youth ranks for some reason. Friday night, oh yes, Spain won their first game in the under-19s, 1-0 over Denmark, and Romania beat Montenegro 2-1. I mean, it's only an 8-team tournament in the under-19s, so I mean, Montenegro and Norway have done a great job qualifying. And then, of course, on Thursday night, it was a 3-1 win for the England national youth team, 21 against the Czechs, 3-0 win for Germany against Slovenia, a 3-2 win for Denmark against Ukraine, and of course a 2-2 draw for Finland and the Netherlands in their group. And in the first opening game, of course, Italy and Spain beat the other two, who are, of course, Slovakia and Romania are out, and Portugal, France drew. Poland lost, and I think they're going to be out. Good grief, what the hell's going on there? Got to say it, I was a bit surprised to see Ivan Baneri left out of the starting squad against the Czech Republic. I do find this a bit odd because it seems like Harvey Elliott is being prioritised because I think, well, McAtee's captain, but yet Harvey Elliott, being the most experienced player in the squad, gets a start. But the problem is Ranieri tends to play on the right-hand side of midfield, so bit of an imbalance there. I don't know whether Maury Hutchinson picked up a knock against the Czechs. But without his pace down the left-hand side, it just seems a bit pedestrian with England so far. Down the right-hand side, England are trying to do something. Keep forgetting, who the hell does Cresswell play for? Is he Leeds or I can't remember. Beadle, I don't think he's in the Championship. Hackney. On the subs bench, it is Eiling Jr., who used to play for Juventus and Aston Villa, and it's now ended up at Middlesbrough. Alex Scott, who started the game against the Czechs on Thursday night. I mean, he picked up some sort of facial injury, so I don't know what's going on with him, but I think there might be an element of squad rotation from Carsley. Who else is there? There's Egan Riley, Hinselwood, Hutchinson, like I mentioned, Jay Stansfield as England's main striking option if they want a proper striker on the pitch. Birmingham City. Raderi crosses in. McAtee. Looks like what was I going to say? What was his name? Samuel Eiling Jr. is getting ready on the bench and getting given instructions from the England coaching staff. Thank you for 2 likes here at Crystal Racing. I am considering changes to my channel, my 2 channels, Crystal Racing and Encore, because I don't really know what direction they're going in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my second channel because I think it has 533 subscribers, and I think most of the subscribers are there mostly because of the memes I've posted about Steven Gerrard shouting at his players in Saudi Arabia and not understanding what the hell they're saying. Neither can they understand his Scouse accent. And of course, the other one was about Emi Martinez doing that, pretending that the trophy is an extension of his manhood, which got 27,000 views, I think. So it makes me wonder, like, and I've seen the stats for like the live streams I get on Crystal Encore, and I don't know whether it's like really worth doing live streams there because it's just I don't really get that many people watching there at all, apart from if it's like a massive game. And I just tend to post quite a bit of rubbish there as well from my like post. And since I have 2 prominent viewers here in Say Regara and John Carty, who like to talk about football a lot, hence why I've had to ban talk about the Club World Cup, because I really don't know what to make of it, and I don't really want to talk much about something. I have no idea what's going on there. I mean, yeah, I think I might be actually thinking about merging F1 and football together for this channel, and I think I might have to go and find my iPad to see what the hell you're talking about, because I can't see comments anymore. Gotta say, Ranieri has struggled as a starter tonight. It's just not working for either Ranieri of Arsenal. Of course, Mikey Moore playing for, what's his name? The under-21s. Looks like I've not had any new comments since. I think I don't know whether 27 minutes ago, everyone. Lee Carsley is actually being quite proactive with his substitutions because he knows this England side need a bit of pace and energy in the hot humidity of Slovakia. Sort of from Rowe down the left-hand side, I've got to say, I know Lee Carsley likes to play with false nines, but sometimes I feel like not having a main striker up front can be a bit, makes you feel like England do waste a few chances when they get across in the box and no one's there to grate the cross. Livramento trying to go around the outside, down the left-hand side, and he wins. I'm sure he won a corner there, didn't he? I mean, Livramento's probably been England's best player of this tournament, but now we're getting the subs on Hinselwood, Hutchinson, and is that, I don't know who the hell that is on the left-hand side. Is that number 12? Let's see the names. I think it is indeed Eiling Jr. I'm just making sure. Amari Hutchinson, who was exceptionally dangerous on Thursday night against the Czechs, with number 11, Hinselwood. Oh, Norton Coffey's coming on for Archie Gray. I beg your pardon. It's Norton Coffey with shirt number 12. And off the pitch will come Anderson. And to make sure he came off. About 3 players have been subbed off there. Fortunately, the game has been anywhere near as pulsating or as exciting as it was on Thursday against the Czechs, where I was busy watching Gary from the Channel England CEF. Oh my flipping, what the? I've got a problem. Still goalless here in Slovakia between England and Slovenia. Ukraine maintain their 2-0 lead over the Finns, who nicked a point of the Dutch on midweek. Another sub coming on for Slovenia, as looks like Pisek is coming on for Slovenia's number 19, Ostrek. Lots of players getting a rest in the heat. It's not been the most, obviously. 13 shots for England, only 2 of those shots on target, 23 touches inside the Slovenian box. All the problems that we've been moaning about the senior team is kind of now creeping in for the English under 21s. Having said that, it's not, I mean, the Slovenes have kept it tight, they've kept it really narrow, obviously, because they can't go toe-to-toe with England, so why would they want to open up at the back? They're playing 5-4-1, for those of you wondering. England really need someone with a bit of dribbling skills and pace to get it behind these lot, and that cross from the right side goes into row Z. Can someone please short say up? I don't know, mate. He's got McLaren Durant syndrome. We all love Saragora, but I think he's trolling you when it comes into regards to, what was it? I think deep down he knows Norris isn't good enough, but he's trying not. I think deep down he knows Norris isn't good enough, but he's trying. There we go. Sorry about the spam. Seems like everyone. I don't know. Say he does have a bit of an odd obsession with Bottas. Now that's a really interesting one. I don't know when it. I mean, I know we can troll quite a fair bit when in regards to the McLaren drivers, but I'm not really sure why the hell he rates Bottas so much what he did at Mercedes. It was decent enough, but it just felt like Bottas did what was possible. But here comes Amari Hutchinson down the left. Don't know what it is. The Slovenes are just not opening up space like the Czechs did on Thursday night. Thankfully, though, England will play against Germany on Wednesday night, so there will be more space for the English kids to run into. But what did you say? Say, love. I don't know, mate. I think he likes to troll people. That's what he's doing. He just likes to wind people up with his opinions because he knows that you can get a bit antsy with when I know he knows how to wind you up because you can get a bit defensive over your opinions. I mean, look, I know Alonso's been very unlucky this season, but, I'm just saying that even though he's been unlucky in regards to certain things in his own career, I'm just saying that there have been other drivers like John Lacey, Robbie Kubica with that rally accident, Nico Hulkenberg, and Alec McNish, and a couple of others who have arguably been even less fortunate when it comes to lady luck. Yeah, it's a really poor game, I'm afraid to say. It really, unfortunately, this is what England tend to do at senior tournaments and junior tournaments. They go in hot for the first game, get a 3-0 win, and then they slow things down for the second game so they can get at least 4 points on board. Like, it's just the England way of doing things. Like, there's no point me getting agitated anymore. Like, drawing 0-0 with Scotland and America are prime examples of this. And of course, England's laughable performance at the last Euros where, I nearly fell asleep. Charles really rates Ocon. Oh, he's a funny one, isn't he? Ocon's a really funny one. I don't get it, to be honest. To be honest, watching Formula 1 is more exciting than this football match. It's just not happening, is it? It's just not happening tonight. I mean, I don't know, mate. Ocon is like, in a sense, Ocon and Haas are a perfect marriage. An inconsistent team and an inconsistent driver. A team renowned for making strange decisions, with a car that can be great one moment, dreadful the next, and the same can be said for Esteban Ocon as a driver. So, I think the important thing with Esteban Ocon is that he can be absolutely superb in the wet and in difficult conditions and in races where you get multiple safety cars and you have to make decisions on the fly. Stansfield and Morton will be coming on the field for England with less than 20 minutes to go. Slovenia are desperate to get a point. That's all I can see it as. What else was I going to say? Nifa Baneri tried his hardest, but he's really struggled to break down Slovenia's 2 blocks of 5 men. And it looks like Corsi has realised he needs to go for a more physical option in Jay Stansfield up front. I like seeing Ocon doing what in the wrong time. Right time, sort of same time. I don't know. He's just an interesting character, Esteban. But of course we have to realise he's had incidents like with Fernando Alonso, Hungary, Brazil, collided with Gasly on multiple occasions, Australia and Monaco come to mind. Soccer Aid, yeah, that's an English charity event where England play against a team called the Rest of the World. I will not be watching that. I mean, the first time I watched it, I think Robbie Williams, Paul Gascoigne, and Ronnie O'Sullivan played. I don't know, mate. Well, I mean, the thing with Esteban Ocon is that I think going to Haas has very much confirmed his place in the F1 hierarchy in that he's never going to get a big factory seat in F1 ever again. I know people will say, well, Alpine are switching to Mercedes engines, but until we learn of who Alpine may sell the team to in the next 5 years, then Alpine, even with Mercedes engines, are still one of the so-called factory teams in the paddock, and they've still got that factory based in Enstone. Of course, have won 3 constructors titles as Renault and Benetton, and they won 4 drivers championships with none other than Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher. This game sucks. This game absolutely sucks. I don't know why I'm watching it. I'm sorry. I mean, we've got 15 minutes to go. As you can see, Lee Carsley's England under 21s took a 3-1 victory over the Czech Republic, but Amari Hutchinson, I think Amari Hutchinson must be carrying an injury or something, because I don't know why the hell he's been forced to come on as a sub rather than start the game. Funnily enough, you could mistake this game for exactly the same senior match England played against Slovenia at last year's senior Euros, which ended in 0-0 as well. And unfortunately, there were 50,000 fans in the stadium struggling to keep their eyes open, and the Slovenian fans were about 100 times louder than the English ones. Chazza hates Nico Hulkenberg. I don't know, that's just ridiculous. Honestly, Nick Chaz has some very, very quirky biases in him. I mean, I agree very much on his opinion on Kimi Raikkonen, solid, decent driver who was super quick in his prime and then became a more of a reliable number 2 from 2014 onwards. I don't know why he has such a massive hate boner for Hulkenberg. Like, he even went as far as to say that Kevin Magnussen is a better driver than Hulkenberg, and he was proven categorically wrong when both of them were paired up as teammates at Haas. But yeah, he has a massive bias in favour of Esteban Ocon. Oh, what's going on here? The Slovene goalkeeper Turk has collided with an England player. Having Stansfield on the pitch has really caused Slovenia a couple of headaches because he's actually getting into the box. And it looks like Stansfield's trying really hard not to collide his foot with the Slovene goalkeeper Turk. I don't know, mate. That's just absolutely peculiar. Just so peculiar. I don't know what Hulkenberg did to upset Chaz. Oh, yeah, because Chaz used to have a massive bias towards Sergio Perez. And he used to get so annoyed every time someone like myself would say Hulkenberg's a better driver than Perez. But he'll come out and say, oh, Perez has 10 podiums. But it's like, yeah, but Hulkenberg's better at qualifying. And such a weird statistical quirk with like Perez and Hulkenberg, because Hulkenberg is quicker over one lap, but Perez is, I don't know, a bit more consistent in a race distance, in a race performance. But I don't know, mate. I don't know why he came out with Magnussen over Hulkenberg. I know he said it because he said, oh, Magnussen got podium in his first ever Grand Prix race in 2014 Australia, but that was the first ever race of the hybrid engine, so there were all sorts of strange things cracking off, like Hamilton breaking down, Vettel qualifying outside and failing to make Q3. What else? Ferrari being absolutely abysmal. God, it doesn't feel like we're going to get a goal today, are we? Honestly, if Slovenia drop any deeper into their box, they will basically be getting their feet bitten by jellyfish at this point. I know they've got to do what they've got to do, but the tables, we can see it. 4 for England, 3 points for Germany. A point for Slovenia. I do wonder if the Czechs are probably going to play. I do wonder if the Czechs will get defensive against Germany, because I don't really think. I think on goal difference and head to heads, I think they'll be getting knocked out if they can't get a result tonight. But oh dear, that's horrific for what's happening there. Gasly, I'm not sure what to say about Pierre Gasly. It's a strange one. Pierre Gasly has shown pace, but he's not been able to get. I don't know, he's made some key errors like in Australia, struggled somewhat at San Marino, and there was that other race, was he? Oh yeah, he crashed out Monaco. Daft error of judgment when he collided with Tsunoda. I don't know. I mean, the thing with Gasly is that he's always had pace, but his racecraft can be a bit poor at times, and it does frustrate the living daylights of me. And then, of course, he also has a habit of taking like 10 laps or something to get his car up to speed, which can be a problem when it comes to qualifying. Oh, and England hit the ball over the bar. It's one of those nights where England just can't actually get the ball in the back of the net. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous from KDF1. Hutchinson with a great cross from the right hand side, and Harvey Elliott hits the ball over the bar. Yeah, I think that sums up England's performance. It's just all a bit scruffy, really. It's really, don't know, it's so bizarre, isn't it? Say, 70 laps today, yes. And of course, there's only 5 minutes left to go of this game. I will be ending the stream once they blow the whistle. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. The only way Gasly should go to Ferrari if, I don't know, Aston Alonso decided to retire from F1. Leclerc went to Aston Martin, Max left Red Bull, Russell decided to change teams. It's going to take a lot of weird things for Gasly to get a team move at this point. Obviously, his 2020 and his 21 seasons were far better than anything that I've seen a driver like Alex Albon produce over the course of a season, but I don't know. Ever since he's gone to Alpine, he has become horribly inconsistent, so it is a bit of a headache now. Yet Albon is the one who's in better form this season, so make of that what you will. Okay. I mean, I think that's a fair judgment from the moaning Yorkshireman to rate James Vowles, because, Vowles has done a decent job as Williams' team principal. Not a substitute for Slovenia. They want to waste time at this point. I don't blame them. You gotta do what you gotta do, I'm afraid, in football. It's not exactly top quality entertainment for people at home or in the stands. And, well, I don't know if you can call this result top quality because it's just one team spanking the other. Well, I think the problem is when you're a team principal, you're basically almost like a politician in that you're constantly filibustering all the time, trying to come up with weird answers for everything. But James Vowles is doing a good job at Williams, though. I know people say, oh, Jos Capito was the one who kick-started Williams' revival. Yeah, that's true, but James Vowles has done a good job of maintaining the progress. It's just frustrating. That's all I can say. James Vowles has done everything. I forgot that Jos Capito. Yeah, I know you're trying to give credit to Jos Capito, but James Vowles has maintained the progress. So both of them deserve credit. I don't think it's a big deal, in my opinion. Oh my word! What sort of ball over the top was that from the young Lions? Yeah, I know, mate. Oh yeah, if you mention the Club World Cup again, you're getting banned for 60 seconds. Oh my god, it feels like you're gonna get the ball out to the right side. Absolutely no one is making any sort of runs in behind. If say means Russia 2017, I don't know, Bottas just, I mean, in many ways, he was the perfect number 2 driver. That's all I can say. Won races when the opportunity arose, never annoyed the team, always got out of the way when he was ordered to, and was never quick enough to actually challenge Lewis, so he did his job. I mean, after having to deal with Rosberg and Hamilton as teammates for 4 years, he was the perfect antidote to Nico Rosberg. It's boring for us, the fans, to watch, but, it's a business at the end of the day. God, this game is absolutely awful, mate. I don't even want to suffer another minute of it. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to end this stream because, of course, I'm going to start another stream in about 10 minutes' time. The Canadian Grand Prix stream, the one they've all been waiting for. So, I mean, yeah. I hope you're all doing well tonight here at Crystal Racing, as I will be ending the stream now. Thank you.